Hello YouTube, this is ExHappyFace. I know I haven't been uploading in forever, and before I made a promise, so I'm not gonna make a promise this time. But as of recently, I joined a counter team format. At first, I was just an assistant coach for a GBA based league, but then the same creators decided to make a UCL based league, and I was fortunate enough to be on the top of that list. The draft itself was a few days ago, and we decided to just have the week 1 matches this week. I'm actually going to be battling pretty soon. I might have an entire draft analysis of my full team in the future, but right now this is going to be my week 1 draft picks. So my opponent this week is Ben, and he seems to be a really good contender, and we have his team posted right here. His team consists of Mega Charizard X, Slowbro, Ferrothorn, Rotom, Heat, Heliolisk, Kingdra, Spiritomb, Togetic, Ambipom, Malamar, Bibarel, and Avalugg. My team is Weavile, Volcanion, Mega Sableye, Florges, Nidoqueen, Salamence, Jolteon, Uxie, Golbat, Steelix, Golok, and Ditto. Right when I was prepping for this team, I realized he had one really big weakness, and it was the fairy types. That made me for sure bring Florges to the match, and it would only be countered by Ferrothorn. This is due to the fact that Ferrothorn is its only resist of a poison and steel type to stop fairies. So when I started building the set for Florges, I decided to go with HP Fire to counter that Ferrothorn. That leaves the rest of his team vulnerable to Moonblasts from Florges. So to get maximum damage, I placed Calm Mind to set up my special attack and special defense. Another type that I realized that Ben didn't have any answers for was for electric types. I could Volt Switch with Jolteon as much as I want because he didn't have any ground types to stop it. I thought about investing in speed and special attack as most Jolteons do, but due to the fact that Jolteon had a base 150 speed and none of his Mons, even if they were timid or jolly, would be able to gain that level, I would be able to outspeed all his Mons unless they have a choice scarf. I ran Volt Switch and Thunderbolt to get maximum stab, and then Hidden Power Ice to hit Mega Charizard X, because if that Charizard doesn't even set up a Dragon Dance and he Earthquakes Jolteon, Jolteon will die. After using Florges as a special wall, I wanted to have something that was a physical wall, so I'm going to bring Steelix into the match. I'm going to run a Rockhead Steelix and run Double Edge to get maximum damage, because Rock Edge will cancel Double Edge's recall, and it will get a 120, and there's only one Mon that is Spiritomb that is immune. I followed up its moveset with Iron Head and Earthquake for stab, and then I decided to go Gyro Ball. After choosing a nature that is minus speed and then including 0 IVs, I'll be able to get maximum damage on Gyro Ball, and given that Steelix already has a speed of 30 at level 50, it will help give a lot of power. The rest of the team I wasn't really sure how to incorporate it properly, So I decided to choose Mega Sableye with its only weakness being Fairy and Steelix being resistant to that. I thought it would be perfect on this team. I would probably use Sableye up front and keep Florges for late game sweeper after many of his mons are very weak. It too has Calm Mind, and it has its 2 stabs of Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball, and then Recover for reliable recovery, so it can stay in the game long enough so Florges doesn't have to come till the very end. After that, I decided that I needed to get Rocks up because he has 3 mons that are very weak to it. His Charizard before it Mega Evolves, his Togekiss, and his Rotom Heat. So I decided to bring Uxie as a support set with Stealth Rocks and Thunder Wave to help, I guess, weaken in the beginning. I'll probably start off with Uxie, get those rocks up as fast as possible, so Charizard, Togekiss, and Rotom Heat would take damage right away. I wasn't really sure about the last pick, so as I drafted Ditto, and I assumed that Ditto would be playing the role of if I need a 6th Mon, and I think this is a perfect place. I've made it have the Choice Scarf, so when it transforms using the Imposter ability, it will outspeed the Mon that it copies, and it will get the first attack. So that's my team for my first week match against Ben. I'm planning on using Florges as my main attacker late game after Sableye is able to weaken. I also have the walls of Steelix, and I guess Florges can cover that wall. I've also invested Uxie into special defense if I don't want to bring Florges in too early. I also have Jolteon to be a fast attacker, maybe getting out of there really fast with Volt Switch, given that there are no ground immunities, and I can Thunderbolt and Volt Switch whatever I want. I have HP Ice for, I guess, coverage, and I have Ditto there just to mess with Ben and be able to see his sets maybe, and use them to my advantage when, I guess, taking him down. This is ExHappyFace signing out, and don't forget to smile.